You're not my dad!
What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. So my friend, my best friend,
Who?
my sister in my heart,
She's setting me up for something.
you,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
is a lovely person, and she's just,
You're about to say something mean.
she's so pretty, and she is so kind.
Are you about to call me dumb?
She's a kind individual.
What did I do?
She has a great personality.
Stop! What did I do?
So she just showed me a picture.
No! No, this
So
is
she-
100%. This 100% did not happen
So
the way she's saying
just
it.
showed me a picture. In fact, it wasn't a picture, okay? To her credit, it was not a picture. It was a still from a video of Carrie Underwood. And then it said, is this Megan Trainor? For reference, just real quick, for reference, I'm gonna pull up Carrie Underwood. Okay. So she said, is this Megan Trainor? To make matters worse, Megan Trainor's right here.
Okay, Megan Trainor was not in the clip when I asked the question.
And so, like,
I don't know why I'm being dragged, okay? I know that woman in the purple is Megan Trainor. But when I saw the woman in the green, I was like, is that Megan Trainor?
yeah.
Megan Trainor's pretty, so it's fine.
Contrary to popular belief, all white women
I knew
do not
you were
look
gonna
alike.
do this to me.
And
I
really,
do not think
I
all
really-
white women look the
I
same.
just feel like you just need to be a little bit more racially sensitive
I hate
in
you
these
so
trying
much.
times,
I
okay?
just hate you so much. Oh my god.
Things are really hard for white women right now.
Could you not do this to me?
And, like, they're being called, like, Karens.
Ooh. Can you even say that on your channel? Isn't that like a slur?
I'll probably have to bleep it out.
Okay.
But, like, white women are having a hard time
The
right
K
now.
slur?
Yeah.
The K slur.
The K slur. Like, it's hard.
You know what?
People are talking about the fact that they don't wash their legs.
Well, they're the ones talking about the fact.
But they're like being insulted about it, okay?
But why
People
did they,
are not
why
trying
did
to
they
understand.
tell us?
People are not trying to understand their culture right now.
Right. But lots of white
And
people
my
wash
channel
their
is
legs.
very culturally
But
sensitive.
lots of white people wash
So I
their
just
legs.
need you to be a little bit more.
You're the one making it a thing. I asked an innocent question.
I'm not calling you out.
If you say you're calling me in, I might. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't do it! Don't you dare! Don't do it!
I'm calling.
Don't you? No!
I'm
No!
calling-
No! No!
Friend.
No! Don't touch me!
Friend.
Don't touch me!
Friend.
Get away from me!
Friend.
Get away from
Give
me!
me your hand.
No!
Give me your
No!
hand. This is a safe. This is a place
This
of
is
love.
not. No, it's not.
This is a safe
No,
place.
it's not.
Give me
You
your hand.
just called me racist just because I can't.
I'm not calling you out.
Carrie Underwood.
I'm calling you.
No.
I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are
She doesn't
safe.
hope I'm doing well.
It's
but-
sanitized. If you can't tell, we're very happy to be around each other.
Am I? I have regrets.
Today we are here to watch.
Not talking about Carrie Underwood.
Today we're here to watch some casual Geographic, previously known as Hood Nature. I hope he keeps the new name. I like it a lot better.
Yeah. Are you in a headspace to receive some upsetting
Don't
news?
tell me this.
Cause it's not looking too hot.
If you watch this video, you probably won't. Like,
But
I
if you
doubt
do.
you know who I am. But if you watch this video, sir, keep the new name. Stand your ground, okay? Branding is important. And Casual Geographic, I'm gonna just be real with you, is a way better brand than Hood Nature. It's way better. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
If you ever see an elephant with this on its face, you're probably going to die. That's because this elephant is in musth. Musth is the time in a male elephant's life where his hormones go through the roof, causing a bull that is incredibly aggressive, extremely irritable, and horrendously horny. Basically, it turns them into 13,000-pound teenagers. And musth causes testosterone levels to shoot up 60 times higher than normal. It also causes them to smell like 1,000 goats in one room. Right now, scientists don't know what exactly causes musth. But that's only because when they're in it, the elephants are too violent and too unpredictable for scientists to study them without the risk of being put in a history book. That stuff running down their face isn't sweat, it's a tar-like thing called taporin which leaks from glands. Which is why an elephant that looks like this is one of the most homicidal things God allows to live. The reason is because female elephants are only in the mood once about every 5 years. Whenever there's a chance to get laid, all the male elephants in the area will start running fades with each other, sometimes to death. For about 2 weeks, they'll actively try to put each other out of commission just to have a shot. The bull elephants that lose and don't get a chance
Fight to the death for the pussy.
No, no. And you want to know why?
Okay.
You want to know why? 2 reasons. Maybe it's really just one reason. I don't think I want to sleep with the person who wins. I will rig it. I will 100% rig. I'll be like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This one. Okay, so, that one's got a bad knee. That one, if you just sneak up on him, he'll cry. He'll run. I mean, unless I can just tell them go home, of course. But I'm just saying, like, anybody, and plus, in modern times, they're just gonna shoot.
I guess.
And then I don't want, oh, I shot everybody else who liked you, so now you have to sleep with me. Now you're taking away my choice. Now you're trying to tell me what to do. As you know, I do not like that.
She's a contrarian.
I am not a contrarian. You don't run me. Don't tell me to have a good day. You don't know my life. You don't know what I'm going through.
Do you understand, like, the irony of the phrase, like, I am not a contrarian, after being told that you're a contrarian? Like, I knew you were going to do it. I was, like, waiting.
Okay, but then that's a catch-22, because how do you deny that you're a contrarian? You just have to sit with the allegation lodged,
Lodged or lobbied, yeah.
either or, L word, against your person? Your personage?
Yes.
I think not.
God damn it.
chance to mate will sometimes take out their anger by bullying baby elephants just to get their mother's attention. And in some parks with not enough females, bull elephants will go out of their way to CSI rhinos for no reason at all.
Why rhinos?
This actually happens. Elephants usually stay in musth for about 2 to 3 months, which means for 2 to 3 months they are the most dangerous and disrespectful living thing on the planet.
Okay.
There's being down bad, and there's death stroking a rhino that just wanted directions to the watering hole.
Why? Why? Why am I still watching?
There's literally no way this video isn't getting taken down. Well, if you're watching this, it means I haven't been banned yet. You probably want to know why this prolapsed anus has eyes. That is a soft-shell turtle, specifically a Burmese peacock soft-shell, found in Burma and Thailand. Yes, the same op from Gumball. And yeah, their shell is soft, flat, and kind of rubbery feeling. The reason for the soft shell is because a light, flexible shell helps them move faster through the water and the muddy bottom of lakes, and it even makes them faster on land. And because they were built for the water, they have long nostrils that work as a built-in snorkel. So looking like an uncircumcised trouser worm helps them breathe while still hiding in the water. And yes, turtles breathe air. I actually got into a legitimate argument about it last week. Like, bro had a degree in biomechanical engineering, whatever, and swore with his whole chest that turtles breathe water like fish.
No, they don't.
Anyway, this turtle's been around for 144 million years, making it older than flowering plants.
Oh my God.
But this foreskin with a face
Oh
is
my
endangered, so there's a
God.
chance its contract might not be renewed. Especially since the biggest threat to its way of life is being traded in an East Asian food market. Which I can't say I understand, because it honestly looks like a third-grade dick joke that somebody accidentally gave life. So people spammed me that video, and a lot of y'all thought that was some kind of bat or a sugar glider. Someone even asked me if it was a horrifically deformed flying squirrel. But I personally don't think it's any of those. I think that Pokemon was a Kalugo, and if you don't know what that is, don't feel bad. Most of science doesn't either.
That video
They're
was
called
actually-
flying lemurs, but it
Okay,
turns
but
out they're
this
not
is cute.
lemurs. In fact, they're not even primates. They're just related.
What if they make
That
it
weird
sound?
cousin that only shows up to every 4th family reunion.
You know.
So even though their closest relatives
Stress.
are primates like lemurs, gorillas, and, you know, us, this meth squirrel is basically its own
Yeah.
thing. And thanks to that stretchy membrane called a patagium, the Kalugo can glide for well over 650 feet between trees. Couldn't really tell where this video was from, but its flying identity crisis is found in the rainforest of Southeast Asia. There's 2 flavors of this furry kite. You got the Sunda flying lemur and the Philippines flying lemur. But I cannot stress this enough, they're not lemurs. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but it isn't a lemur. My best guess is somebody got in God's studio and tried to draw bats strictly from memory, and this was the outcome. Also, they're tiny vegans that eat leaves, shoots, sap, and fruit. By far, their biggest op is the Philippines eagle, which claps them on an egregious level. But somehow they're not endangered, so I guess this hammock puppy's doing something right. I'm gonna say some things, and it might upset people, but it has to be said.
Christopher
I
Columbus
really
fucked
think
manatee.
Christopher Columbus at least one manatee in his
Fucking
life.
knew it. I fucking knew it.
Weirdly, we had this conversation earlier today.
Just for talking about
like,
this.
for completely unrelated reasons.
Also
And
goats.
what did goats do to anyone other than be delicious?
True. This is true.
If you haven't tried goat.
But yeah, Christopher Columbus was definitely fucking animals. In addition to his other heinous crimes.
I'm just saying, like, how are you a bad person and you make it worse?
I think, okay, and obviously this is conjecture. I didn't do any research on it.
Allegedly.
Because do I actually care?
Facts don't matter.
Supposedly, that's how syphilis got started. It's Christopher Columbus's fault.
I
Or
mean,
not syphilis, something else. One of the STDs. One of the STDs,
I mean,
it was
didn't
not
they spread a disgusting amount of syphilis amongst the population regardless?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they definitely introduced syphilis, so...
But anyway.
Shout out to, what cures syphilis? Is it penicillin?
I believe so, yeah.
Shout out to penicillin.
Shout out to antibiotics in general.
Yeah,
They're great.
You know? When you finish your full course.
Shut up.
Bro was at sea for what, 7, 8, 9 months, and what he thought were 3 mermaids in the Dominican Republic were actually 3 West Indian manatees. I guess if you look at their skeleton, you can kinda see how that happened. Also, West Indian manatees can tip the scales at 1,300 pounds, so I'm guessing they were just really body positive back then. But not that positive, because Columbus actually wrote that he was disappointed that the mermaids weren't as beautiful as streets told him they would be, especially since their faces had too many masculine features. I mean, I guess. Like, disappointed doesn't mean he didn't see it through. So this last fact, dear God. Apparently a manatee's vegeta is more anatomically similar to that of humans than any other animal. I don't even know how many laws or manatees got violated for such a fact to exist. Could be cat, but I'm not finna research it, because that's one list I do not need to be on. But when you put all the pieces together, if Christopher didn't pipe a manatee, an attempt was certainly made. Since manatees are too unbothered, it probably just let it happen. Columbus didn't discover America, but he might have discovered Rule 34. He came, he saw, he conquered. Just not in that order. You really don't have to see it through, my boy. And now that I think about it, that llama story suddenly sounds a lot more real.
Llamas, that was the other thing.
Not goats.
That was the other thing. Llamas. Yeah.
Llamas make less sense than goats.
I feel like llama's kind of worse than goat, right?
Because llamas, to me, are like horse adjacent. Right? And goats are like sheep adjacent. And, you know, everybody has their sheep jokes. Most people don't have horse jokes about people sleeping with...
Except for that one guy who died from sleeping with a horse.
That horse slept with him. Like, I'm saying in terms of where you are in the equation.
Right.
Bless America. That's cute, really, it's adorable. But I bet I can find 3 animals that sound way worse, and just because, I'm gonna make sure they're all from Australia. Number 1, there's 2 types of people in the world. There's the innocent, and there's those who know what this outback bush bears sound like. On the outside, you see a teddy bear, that is until they open their mouth and you hear Satan's indigestion. Just in case at least one of you doesn't believe me. You know, sometimes I think if koalas lived anywhere but Australia, they wouldn't be so out of line. Number 2 is the blue penguin, also known as the fairy penguin. They're the smallest penguins in the world, and once a year they emerge from the ocean and nest under people's homes. It's all fun and games until you find out what a penguin trying to pipe sounds like. Ain't sweet. And number 3, I've personally slandered this hellspawn 1,000 times. I'm gonna do it again, and y'all just gonna have to be okay with it. 'Cause I would forgive everything, like literally everything about the cassowary, if they didn't sound like this.
Of course you do. You are a cassowary.
There's actually a pretty cool story behind this. First of all, these are Japanese macaques, and no other primate lives in a colder neighborhood, especially in the mountains.
What? Macaques.
What did the...
You know it's bad because she's laughing already.
I told this joke to Chavez the last time he mentioned these animals. What did the UFC fighter say after he got kicked in the balls?
What did he say?
Ow, macaque. And with that, I'm gonna play the video.
So they're like almost scary smart. For example, somebody once left a bunch of sweet potatoes on a Japanese beach and one of the monkeys watched a woman wash her food in river water. The macaque said bet and she started washing her food in the river water, and she would even dip the clean food in salty seawater just for taste. The rest of the monkeys watched her do this and then copied her to the point where it was passed on from generation to generation. That's basically what's happening here. Once in the 60s during a freezing winter night, a female macaque named Takiwa saw a bunch of people relaxing in a hot spring. She said say less and she joined them, and she just kept going back. And just as you'd expect from monkey society, the others saw her and copied her, basically using the spring as a natural hot tub. Today you can find these snow monkeys taking baths not only to stay warm but to lower their stress level, because self-care is essential. So much so that in some places you can share a spring with a monkey. Just keep your phone in your bag because they will steal it and you won't be able to do anything about it.
No.
Moral of this video.
And what?
I don't have one, but tell me this picture ain't vibe. If you struggle with anxiety, you and this animal actually have something in common. This underwater unicorn is a narwhal, and as painfully shy introverts, they can get panic attacks so bad that it kills them. And it's all because they live in hell with AC, so they have a naturally low heartbeat to avoid losing heat and to slow their metabolism. You actually would do the same thing. If you were to take a really cold shower, your heart would slow down and you would find yourself taking deep breaths because of something called the mammalian diving reflex, which is why a narwhal's heart only beats about 10 times a minute. The problem is when a narwhal's afraid or stressed, their heartbeat actually slows down even more. A scared narwhal's heart might beat only 3 to 4 times a minute, which is bad. Because while the narwhal's freaking out and trying to swim away, its heart is doing the exact opposite of what you would want a heart to do. Which is why it is very possible for a narwhal to die from a panic attack. Good news is, narwhals aren't afraid of a whole lot of things. The bad news is, most are terrified of us, which makes it difficult to study them because just the sight of us can possibly send them into a panic. So if you have anxiety and you'd rather go shopping for your own casket than interact with people, maybe you're not weird. Maybe you're just a narwhal. Animals that you wouldn't believe were real if cameras didn't exist. This is real, and it's a musk deer. It's technically not even a real deer, and even though it has Dracula's teeth, it's a vegetarian that eats mostly lichen. This hell Bambi uses those tusks to fight and flex for females, and the bigger the teeth, the more attractive they are to the lady deer. Basically, they use those fangs for the same reason normal deer use antlers, for running fades and finding females. They also mark their hood with musk, and people often hunt this deer to use their musk for perfume because why the wouldn't we? This is a stalk-eyed fly and proof that even evolution runs out of ideas. Its eyes are social distancing.
For what?
Its glasses would need a passport. And like almost every questionable thing in nature, if you ever see something that doesn't make sense, it usually has something to do with getting laid. These hammerhead flies will size up and compare eye spans. Not even kidding, the males get into eye stalk measuring contests, and whoever has the longest stalk has the best chance at pulling females. The only reason their eyes are in a long distance relationship is because the females have a really weird preference. And now we have the saiga. I've watched not 1 second of it, but I can look at this and confidently say it looks like Star Wars, and I don't know what makes me say that. You can find the saiga in places like Mongolia, but there's only about 50,000 of them left. That nose job helps them by filtering out the dust from the air that they breathe. In the winter, that nose heats up cold air before it gets to the lungs, keeping this Narnia donkey warm. It also makes them the cutest type of ugly. We gotta protect this Squidward pony at all costs. This little guy actually has 3 eyes. This dude is a tuatara and it's found in New Zealand, which is really just Australia's nerfed little brother. It's not even a lizard, it's the only living member of a family that was around 200 million years ago, which basically makes it a walking fossil. Its 3rd eye is on the top of its head and it's called the parietal eye. You can only really see it when they're babies because when they're first born there's a translucent part of their skull that makes it almost see-through. The 3rd eye comes from a gland called the pineal body, which is attached to the brain. Even though it is an eye, they don't see out that eye the way we see through ours. Instead, the tuatara uses that 3rd eye to absorb ultraviolet rays and make vitamin D. They also use it to detect light because a tuatara is nocturnal, meaning they're only active at night. Except for the babies, they're active during the day. But that's only because the adult tuataras are cannibals that would put the hatchlings on a shirt if they got the chance. But if they don't get turned into a pack, the tuatara has a lifespan of about 60 years and some can even be around after 100 trips around the sun. Meaning if you get one as a pet, it could live long enough to be at your funeral. Absolutely nothing about this Jurassic reject makes sense. But I'ma let it slide, only cause they're cute.
Yeah. Get one.
No.
Get one.
No.
Get one. You're nocturnal anyways.
That's the problem. The babies are not nocturnal.
Don't get a baby.
Get a grown one?
Nah, get a teenager.
I hate teenagers.
Okay, and? Sounds like
Why don't you get one?
I'm busy.
Doing what?
Working.
You don't even have a job.
I have a job.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. How did you like it? Is this your first time seeing like his vids?
Excuse you, how dare you disrespect me? We go way back. Like that's my bro. What? How dare you? How dare you?
So yes.
Anyways, it's a good video.
Do you feel like you learned a lot?
I want to touch it. I don't remember what it's called, but I want to
Oh
touch
no,
it.
I never remember the names of the things he says.
It's the Snuffleupagus.
Yeah,
That one.
real
Yeah.
cute. Super cute.
I bet it's soft.
Well, other than that, peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's spittin' lit. Why do you laugh every time?
It's the slow motion.
Because people try to say that I can't wink, but I can.
Oh gosh, you didn't know her when she couldn't wink because she'd be like,
No, I wouldn't. Anyway.
Did I
bye.
wink?
Goodbye.
Did I wink?